Hello everybody and welcome to Nobunaga's Ambition Taishi. This game is one of my favorite games ever and I've played this a lot. But I figured it'd be a fun little video and episode to do for y'all. So we're going to do this a little differently. As you can see, I've finished a lot of them and I figured a nice kind of series to do for a game that it's not really easy to follow a story with this game like we have been before, but I'm gonna take a small clan and I've already found out the clan. I'm gonna take a small clan and I'm gonna slowly try to take over everything. It's gonna be a slow start. It's gonna probably be very boring in this beginning episode, but we're going to start with the Daihoji here. Daihoji. And I was looking at a lot of them, and it's just, this one seemed the best for how difficult it'll be. Like, you look at some of these, like the Onodera and the Kasai and all of them, they have more bases, they have more officers, they're ranked higher. And I didn't want to be anyone famous like the Date, or both Dates, or the, let's see what we can do, Usuji, the Hojo, or the Takeda, or the Nagao. Everybody's been these. They're like everybody's favorites. With Kenshin, Shingen, and all that. They just don't want to do that.
Send out word.
So we're going to be the Daihoji here, and we are going to, oh goodness, sorry, big stretch. We are going to try our hardest to win. Yes, yes. We already know this. Live through this world of war. But no, as I was saying earlier, I've played this game a lot, and I'm trying. It's been a while, so I'm gonna have to figure out how to play again. Okay, so we have plenty of targets in front of us. Plenty. Let's start with commerce. Can't do anything about money. We only get 2 ports, apparently, considering. Which is already a much harder a start. So we'll go ahead and go with goodwill. Everybody's apparently got negatives on us. We'll start with them. That'll work out. We'll bump up to alliance. This might end up costing us a bit too much money, but that will. Start adding. We're definitely gonna need a bulwark at some point. We're gonna need all of this at some point. Let's see here. Got a bulwark there, because we're probably going to go to war with those people up there first.
I understand.
That ought to be good. We don't want to use too much of our money right off the bat, especially considering we are in the negatives at the moment.
I'm going to report. This is from last month.
We shall begin the council now.
Alright. Councils. That's right. Kind of forgot about councils. Each of the, as you can see, all these people have different things they're going for: military, agriculture, commerce. So, well, you pick the ones you want the most of, and that'll open up this skill tree where you can spend those points to get different perks for your whole clan. So as you can see, what we just did, we got more gold. They have anything from like lower supply consumption. We have anything from, like, as you can see, we got more gold. We can make our relationship go up faster. We can take less supplies. I'm gonna be honest with all of you, in case it seems like I'm talking a little differently or like a little separated from things. I recorded this whole thing, this whole hour-long episode, talking, explaining, and as things were happening. When I went to edit it, I realized that it wasn't saving my mic. So here I am commenting over it. So this is going to be the only episode that's going to be like this. So now that we both know, let's take a look here so I can see what I'm doing in the past. So right now you're going to want to, the way this works is you can recruit people through two ways. You can recruit them through using your supplies, which will make your supplies go down. And the militia is good for numbers, but they're not really skilled. Now, the infantry, it takes your gold. And as you can see right now, our gold is bad. Is very bad. We will not have much money, period, in the coming turns. And I just now realized that we are costing way too much money doing that. It took me way too long. Way too long to do that. This is actually kind of cool. Now I can look back on all the mistakes I made. Okay, so you slowly invest in your commerce, your trade routes, and it's not an immediate growth, but as we start to expand, we'll start having more. Now, what I'm doing here, there's a lot of people around us, and there's a lot of alliances going on right now, especially with the Date, which I just circled. Right now there's a massive rebellion going on in history between the head of the Date clan and his son, and all of these little clans are connected to them, which is honestly very dangerous for us. Since the Daihoji were not connected, depending on who we attack, luckily these people I'm circling aren't connected to it either, but everyone around them is. The red symbol right in front of us is connected to the biggest portion of it. We don't want the Nanbu, which are these up here, to be evil to us because they are incredibly strong. Their leader has a naturally high battle state. He is great attack, and we don't. We have nothing. So essentially, we'll be able to. What we want to do is we want to expand while avoiding the clans that have the alliance, and at least until the rebellion's over, which will be a few years. Because when we get one of them mad, we'll get all of them mad, and we can't handle a war on like 6 different sides. It's just not going to happen.
Give me an order.
Alright, now, since it's a beginning of a season, we can get out from underneath there. We can get our bases to do better farm work to gain more supplies, or more farmers, which could lead towards our militia. See, so we're investing more. Invest as much as we can, because we're barely making any money still. It was a very slow start in the beginning of this episode because we have so much preparation to make, and it honestly just took forever. But it paid off in the end. Every time I've played this, it's always been a slow start. But you always have to, at least, if you can at least take 1 or 2 castles, get a few more officers.
We shall begin the council now.
You can
I
usually
ask that everyone
overpower
speak their thoughts
just
freely.
about anybody. You just got to be smart about who you attack. And wary of alliances.
I agree with that.
I'm picking the skill points that would benefit us the most.
We shall now end this council.
Supply squad. That is like the first one you want, in my opinion. Between that one and the gold, it's the first one. We're bumping up our soldiers slowly but surely. While we are taking it slowly, let's see, what are we building now? Anything? It's like right here. Right here is a new kind of thing for taishi. The other Nobunagas didn't work their strategy like this in their base building. But all this stuff, especially the bulwarks and the ninja villages, are very important to have on your borders. Same with the fortresses.
I'm going to
because
report.
it will stop how many soldiers can actually come into our lands. So you get the right setup. You have 2,000 men. Whew, that guy doesn't like us. A lot of our people's, I'm looking at our people's stats now. Leadership's good. Valor is what's really your attack in battle, and it's not great. Fortitude's defense. Leadership, I imagine, I want to say, is probably going to be your morale in battle. Let's see, so theirs is a lot higher. A lot higher. At this point I'm debating who we should attack, because we're gonna have to attack someone. You wait too long, then they're gonna attack you. The game doesn't want you to sit idle for a long time, but at the same time you're gonna you're gonna have to take time to build it up. Slowly but surely. No, why I keep saying surely? Ah, yes, autumn. That's the.
I'm going to report. This is from last
The game
month.
takes forever for a multitude of reasons.
Give me an order.
Building supplies is the biggest one. You only get supplies every autumn for the harvest. You can buy supplies, but that's only if you are rolling in gold, which doesn't happen until much later. Or if it could happen a little sooner if you're not like us and pick a clan that has hardly any trade routes. So as you can see here, we're adding a bit of the infantry. Or was that militia? I didn't know back then, and I don't know now. One of them costs gold, but they are incredibly good. They're like elite soldiers.
We shall begin the council now.
Alright.
We shall now end this council.
I will say this. I've been doing a lot of streaming lately to record my videos. That has been for sure and a given, and I've done nearly the entirety of Neo 2 as this video is being made. And the visual quality on this recording is a lot better. Funny how I'm just making idle conversation now. This is how this is. Do you have different views that you can look at, see people's resolves? I'm pretty sure I was looking to see whose alliance was where, and because I wanted to make sure, because at this point in time we wanted to attack the Onodera. If I can see that, yeah. We wanted to attack them. We wanted that little state of theirs. But we didn't want that situation right there. We didn't want them to be allies with so many people. We have a few clans here that are not in the rebellion and would be pretty easy to pick off, because a lot of these clans are single castle clans like us, and once we take out the Onodera, get their 2 castles, we'll have a much better foothold to really expand further.
I'm going to report.
We're starting to build up our money a bit more, which means I'm probably about to spend it. Yup. See, we definitely, a lot of these camps right here, like that one right there, increases our valor, and you definitely want to. I never used them in the past times I played this game, but I could tell with this playthrough we're gonna have to, because we want to make sure that a lot of our stats actually get up, because right now the starting Daihoji officers, they're low on they're very low on their skills. Which this, in my opinion, is a fodder clan. That's why I picked it. This was definitely meant to be picked off to easily expand when you play some of the bigger clans.
I'm going to report.
We've already hit winter. I believe at this point we have almost enough soldiers to really attack, but you don't really want to attack in winter. When you attack in winter, you better have a lot of supplies handy, because you are looking at a long time to get anything else. I've done winter campaigns that have ended horribly and has set me back like weeks of progress.
We shall begin the council now. Let's go with this. We shall now end this council.
Alright, we got a few more skills. Definitely want the recruit speed up. It was at this point that I could not remember which one you use supplies for. I was nearly positive it was the militia, because infantry sounds much more official. We want to slowly start developing our lands as much as we can. Let's see, what did I build this time?
I understand.
Diplomacy camp. There we go. We'll go ahead and increase our soldiers. This should put us at 3,000, which is already, that's a lot more than they have available.
I'm going to report.
See, we're in February. I think I gave it an extra turn before I attacked. I made sure that they had, see how much soldiers they had, for sure. They we got a little bit on them. Alright, spring's not bad.
I'm going to report. Give me an order. I understand.
I believe I went to war this time. Did I? No, I didn't. I waited an extra turn.
I'm going to report. This is from last month.
We shall begin the council now. Let's go with this. I agree with that.
To be honest, it was at this moment that like we've been moving at a pretty good pace, and it's picking up, and we are slowly but surely starting to really. Oh, here we go.
Send out word. We go to war.
All right. Let's see. It wouldn't be too bad. To war!
We march. Encircle them.
The one downside to this game is when you're fighting and everyone else is fighting, they're gonna jerk you around, show you cutscenes. They're gonna do all of this. Granted, we could go through a story with this. We could. We really could. We could play through a story. We could play as Nobunaga or some of the others.
Allow me
but
to report.
it's just, I don't know. It's just something
Here are
not
last
that
month's
fun
results.
about it. So they got us trying. They're trying to retaliate with us, with 1,500 soldiers against our 2,000 some odd soldiers. We have a castle surrounded, and so I'm feeling pretty good right now. I'm feeling good. I'm feeling like we got it overwhelmed. And
I understand.
we shouldn't have any problem whatsoever. Here's the problem. This is what I did. This was the problem. I took control of the battle. Until I'm more confident with my soldiers' abilities, I should have never done this. And this is why right here.
Let me show you my strength.
They outnumber us.
show you
We
my
have the same amount of
strength.
soldiers, or close to it, but they outnumber us. That offers, in actual physical control, that offers a lot more chances for pincer attacks, surprise attacks, ambushes.
Let me show you my strength.
Plus, they have more plans than us do. Than we do. So this was, honestly, I put up a good fight for what I had, but yeesh. So going through my head right now, They have a simple, straight, I'm going to call it a sword formation because some of them have it, or an arrow formation. We have outposts, which generate morale every few turns, but it takes a few turns for it to get started.
Let's go.
And we have three ways we could win this battle. We could take out their main unit. Our morale gauge up at the top could fill completely, or we could take out every soldier we have. Now right now I'm in a pretty standard, like, default position. I know from all my times playing that they're going to go after either one or both of the outposts, but there's nothing I can do about it. My soldiers have about 700 forces between them. If they attacked, like with their full army, and I moved one person over to see if they're attacking one of the outposts, my other forces couldn't get there in time. Especially with the one on the left having a river cutting right through it. Now on the one on the right, it's the same way. There was strength in numbers. I needed to stay together. And the ratings, you see the letter next to each of our portraits. That's how good our soldiers are in battle. And it's a C. They have C's, but they have B's as well. I also didn't want to move because they have a tactic going right now where they could lure me in.
The enemy seems to have been found. You call that hiding?
Alright, so they attacked the left outpost first. I took the opportunity. I saw an opponent.
Give me an order.
And we went
Let's get
ahead
started.
and started moving people over to it.
Your command?
Now, I only saw one unit, so I figured they're splitting them up. So I put this guy to watch. I didn't want to leave my main unit
It's time.
wide open, so I moved him to reinforce the person heading left. So far, only unit we've seen. Doesn't even have that many soldiers.
The enemy seems to have been found.
And this is where the problem happened.
It's time. Prepare yourselves.
They hit us
Your command?
very
Let's
hard.
begin.
They did split up. They had more. That's another point. They had more officers.
Now, release.
And then we get caught in a pincer.
Now, release.
And you just see that guy's morale, which is underneath his portrait there, just dwindle. When your morale gets to, when that bar gets empty, your unit breaks. They don't attack, they try to run away, and they can be pursued, and they take more damage.
Damn it.
So he's already about to break. To be honest, I don't think it should have been a pincer, because I had a unit attacking the one behind him as well. So I'm thinking, how am I going to get this guy out here?
Your command.
Because we
Let's
could
get
technically
started.
still win this. We're about even with forces. But I had to get this out of that guy
What
out
are
of
you
there.
doing?
Release.
And they're trying to split my units up. I took way too long to take the guy on the right
It's time.
over to this center force. I think I'm finally doing
Your
it
command?
now. No? Okay. So I thought if I could get... As you can see, that guy now
To the
has an
front.
S rank because his strategy worked. So he's super
The
buffed
enemy
up.
seems to have been found.
It's time. Let's begin.
So I'm
Give me an
thinking
order.
I'll hit this guy like this, get a pincer attack on
command?
him. Move
must
that
be prepared.
guy back to help attack their main force. And this works. I do get a pincer on him.
Crush them!
Release!
The problem is, my guy there, he's still about to break. Because it's just an overwhelming amount of force.
Can't be helped.
And when a unit breaks,
Release!
your morale dwindles incredibly fast.
Spearmen forward.
We lost that person. Now that guy's running away, and our main unit is being just hounded by their horror forces. That move will stop me in my tracks, so I can't get away.
Release!
My other unit is taking
back for now.
a million years to get past.
It can't go on like this.
So we went from having the upper hand to honestly being outmaneuvered and just destroyed. Because now you're opening up another possibility as well. Now that
Release!
now that we have this person in the bottom left corner, and we have someone in the bottom right corner who can easily come back up and flank us while we're trying to attack their main force.
Your command.
Or, like you can see they're doing right now, which I don't think I noticed, is they're going to take that outpost. And now we don't have any way to gain more morale without actually breaking or defeating one of their units.
Your command.
It's
I
time.
panicked and attacked the
Prepare
person behind
yourselves.
us,
Please command me. You must be prepared.
which it was a weak force. I figured if I could defeat one unit, I could turn the
Release.
morale back into our favor.
There's someone with a plan.
And now they finally get a plan. These
Win with
plans
this plan.
are great.
Did you really
And I
think
wish
you
that
could
he would have
beat
got
me?
it like way earlier. Dishearten lowers the enemy's morale,
Release!
which could have greatly stirred everything in our
Spearmen
favor.
forward!
Now is our chance.
Hit him with a raid, got him in a pincer,
Can't go on like
but
this.
they're still slipping
Release.
right out. And then, you always pursuing people like that
We
to
should
get
win with
a
this
kill is really stupid.
Your command? Let's begin.
Because now we're about to be attacked straight from behind by
Release.
everybody.
I have a plan. Strengthen the defenses.
The enemy seems to have been found.
Spearmen forward.
We shall pull back.
With this,
Ah,
my
we broke somebody.
strategies. Now is the time to show.
I'm just
our
doing anything I can now.
Give me an order.
Not only do we need to
Let's
break them to turn this
Let's
around, but we
begin.
need to full on destroy them.
See the difference in our skill.
Did you really think you could beat me?
We shall
There we
pull
go.
back.
We defeated that person.
Now, release!
Pull back for now.
Our main unit's broken again, but we do have their main unit in a pincer attack. And we almost had them broken.
They were more than I expected.
Like it was so close. If we could break that unit and defeat that unit, no, they could have 100,000 soldiers and we still would have won. But their offense was just too
They were
strong.
more than I expected.
At the end of the day, we lost the battle because
Spearmen
their
forward.
morale took over everything, but we were going to lose anyway. And now their morale in the overall war has gone up because they defended against the first attack.
An
Not
ally
to
has been
mention,
captured.
we lost somebody, and they took him. They hired him. I can't even blame them. So it's at this point that we did weaken them a lot, and I had decided to do a very, very dumb thing. I was looking to see who they lost. They are weak. They don't have a lot of soldiers. Meanwhile, we will still have a lot of soldiers after they send us all over the place. All over the place. Because when we got back, we started regaining soldiers incredibly fast.
I'm going to report.
Increase our soldiers a little
understand.
bit. Still can't get anything higher there. Can't build nothing. Build things up a little bit more.
I'm going to report.
We shall begin the council now. I agree with that. Let's go with this.
And then I was like, it's time. We're gonna go at it again. We're gonna beat back their weakened unit. I'm gonna give them, my soldiers, everything they had. Everything. We're gonna hit them with everything we got.
We march.
We got the supplies for it. Yes, yes. Oh my goodness.
Encircle them.
Alright, they're gonna try to do the same thing. They're gonna try to come and attack us.
My resolve. I so wanted.
A leader of another clan had passed. Now,
Allow me to report. Here are last month's results.
in this next battle, we're gonna do something a little different. Let's see. What am I doing? Okay.
Huh.
Alright. So, they come to attack. But, right there it said victory is assured, so we're not going to take control of it. I guarantee you if we took control of it, we'd be outnumbered again. Because they think of the numbers, they don't think of how many officers there are. So we're slowly taking the castle back. They're gonna hit us again. But we got supplies because it's autumn.
Allow me
So
to
we can
report.
keep this up. We can just keep fighting.
Give me an order.
We could blockade that castle for the next 2 years. And right now you can tell they're desperate.
Understood.
They're throwing, what is that, 700 units at us? They're throwing lives away to attack us, to whittle our units down. I got scared here for a minute because I thought they were attacking us, but they're not. I didn't side with them because the people they were attacking were friends with someone I wanted to get my relationship up with. So we won again. It did take some of our units down, but that's alright.
Allow me to report.
Since we do have
We shall
not a
begin the
lot of
council
units,
now. I ask that everyone speak their thoughts freely.
since we do not have
I
a lot of
agree with
units, we are.
We shall now
It
end
is
this
taking
council.
forever to take this castle, but things are about to pick up. Let's see, they're gonna try to attack us again. We got something else going on somewhere. So they're gonna hit us with 500 people. They knocked us down to below 1,000.
Prepare yourself.
And now the enemies in the castle have rushed out. And we still beat them. That was actually a worrisome one, because that was a flip of a coin, because we could have lost that battle.
Allow me to report. Here are last month's results.
But right now our morale is soaring, though, in this war. And theirs is plummeting. Let's see, I think we improved.
I understand.
Ha!
These cutscenes always came up in such the worst times. They're nice to see for the first time, but at the same time, there's stuff
This
like that
castle
right there
now
was on the other
belongs
side
to
of the map.
us.
Alright, we took it. We took Mamura Castle. Is at this point I was getting greedy. I'm not gonna lie. We had a chance right there to
Let's go back.
finish this war. People didn't like the war going on so long, but I figured, why not swoop in? We got the supplies. They only have less than 1,000 soldiers in their castle. We could take that and take the whole state in one fell swoop. So that's what we did. We knew that they weren't even going to fight back. They were just going to blockade it. They knew it was over. The only thing that could have stopped me at this point is being reckless like that with low supplies.
Messenger has arrived.
They're pretty much begging for peace. No!
I'm going to report. This is from last month.
Alright.
Give me an order.
A lot of maintenance here.
Ha!
There's a lot to keep up with when you get a lot of castles. Especially this aspect of it. Definitely want to put a bulwark along the borders. Now we don't have the money right now, but now we can start getting more commerce.
Encircle them.
We're now encircling their castle. If we could ever, see what we're doing.
So I'm not to die in battle. I'm going to report. This is from last month.
We shall begin the council now. Let's go with this. We shall now end this council.
And every now and then, you can get a special skill to learn from your officers, which is always nice. I didn't think these had anything to offer, though. Let's see here. And just like that, slowly but surely,
I'm going to report. This is from last month.
now the people don't like it when we have long wars, and sometimes they don't like it if a war even lasts like 2 turns, which is understandable, since that'd be 2 months.
I understand.
Need to build a reservoir. There we go.
Grant them no quarter.
Oh, they charged out. They tried. That's all we can give them, is they tried. And just like that, our first war has been won. We can get all the people we can to serve us. And there you have it. I give this fella this castle. He deserved it. And there we go. We have free bases now. We have a state. We can start building our commerce on it. We can now work towards pushing further south. We can build up. Of course, we're going to take that clan next, because they just have, if we get there first, someone else may take them out. They have free soldiers. They're not that strong, and they only have 1 base, and we could probably overpower that relatively easy. We want the Nanbu to be on our side. I know I'm probably saying stuff in the actual game right now, but I'm going past that because eventually we're gonna have all that up there. That's what I'm saying. And while we're gonna run into a snag, and I don't know who it's gonna be first. It's either gonna be the Date or it's gonna be the Nanbu. But yeah, I like this series. This is the only time I'm gonna have to commentate over a video I already did.
Allow me to report.
I just can't believe I didn't turn on the actual option.
Give me an order.
But alright, well, that's pretty much it. I'm going to leave you all for the last few minutes of the video. And thank you all so very much for watching.
Understood.
And I loved playing this game. It just made me really happy. And being able to share it like this, well,
understood.
Not like this, but still, it made me very happy too. I hope this video wasn't too boring for you. I hope the commentary wasn't too bad. This isn't anything how I planned, but
understood.
I didn't want to start over and do a whole hour's worth when I felt like this video turned out pretty good, honestly. We overcame some odds and really are proving that this should move pretty smoothly.
Results.
We shall begin the council
So once
now.
again, thank you all for watching, and I will hopefully
Let's
see
go with
y'all
this.
at the next video
Please listen
that
to
I'll
my
be talking
plan.
normally in. Goodbye.